Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Kidstream. Good morning, everybody. I hope you're all well. I am back. Welcome to get this, the 36th Kidstream ever. 36. I've done 18 of them. Wow. I look a lot older than I did when we started. Okay, so it's a quiet morning this morning. Not many people in. My amico's in first, obviously. Sam and Matt, Peniel's in. Samuel and Adassa I've seen. Yes. Who else? Ray's in. Uncle Ray. Who's that? Uncle Thomas. Auntie Lucy. Auntie Heather. Auntie Etty. Auntie George. My mum and dad will be watching. Ray and Joy will be watching. A load of other people will be watching. And as Joy said on Friday, Kidstream changes after this one because for the whole of August there is no Kidstream on a Friday. But the good news is I'm doing Kidstream every Sunday. Naughty, bit cheeky that. Yes, just me every Sunday here at 10 o'clock. But it will be different. It will be different because it's not live. It won't be live. I've recorded them all already. And I can safely say this week, you've got to tune in next week because next week's is brilliant. I know, I've watched it. In fact, you should do the one after as well because that's even better than next week's. And then the one after that is probably the best by then. So it's better than next week's and the week's that. But the fourth week, I think that one's no. The fifth week is the best. So you need to make sure you're still tuning in every Sunday at 10 o'clock. Even though it's not live, we'll still be chatting on the chat bar and I'll be there talking to you, but I'll be watching it along with you as well. So no Kidstream Friday, but next Sunday we're back with some interesting things indeed. Okay, we've got a lot of last things today. Turn that off. How rude. So we got doing some things for the very last time. It's the very last Wacky Races for a bit. It's the very last Jarvis Presley Sings. It's all sad today, and it's the very last and the ultimate superhero. Was a chance for one more person to try and knock Lillian off the top of the leaderboard and become our ultimate superhero. But let's find out what we are learning about today. Okay, we're talking about Nehemiah, part 2. So on Friday, Deck told us part 1. Today, Lucy is telling us part 2. And it's all about God has something for us all to do. He's got a job for all of us. And we just need to find out what that is. God has something for all of us to do. And we're going to find out what he got Nehemiah to do a bit later on. Okay, it's time for the kapow phrase. Okay, right, it's time for our kapow phrase. That's better. Right, let's have a look at what we're learning today. The kapow phrase for today. It's all right, we're just adjusting some stuff. It is, be strong and kapow, not kapow up, for your work will be rewarded. 2 Chronicles 15 verse kapow. So it is, be strong and kapow, not kapow up for your, I don't even, it doesn't make sense to me and I know what's coming. Yeah, okay. Be strong and kapow, not kapow up, for your work will be rewarded. 2 Chronicles 15 verse kapow. It's amazing how taking 2 words makes a nice sentence all rubbish and unlegible. Is that the correct word? Illegible. According to the person who wants to make a noise, she can come and join us. Leave the phone on and chat in. Come and join me for a change. So it's be strong and kapow, not kapow up, for your work will be rewarded. 2 Chronicles 15 verse kapow. You've got 2 words to find and 1 number. That number is between 1 and 10. Between 1 and 10. Start putting them into the chatty bar on the side. And there's things coming already. My amico's done. Orly is in. Morning, Orly. Jan's in. Is that Jan Morgan? Morning, Jan. Mike's in. Good morning, Mike and Mary. You're not like this. Well done. And there we go. Arlene's in as well, because I don't want to tell Arlene off, because Arlene's been in every single week, I think. Right, so in the chat bar, 2 words, 1 number, and we will see what they are a bit later on. It's time for the very last wacky races.
And now here they are, the most daredevil group of daffy drivers to ever whirl their wheels in the wacky races.
Joy's in, Dion and Benaya's in. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good evening. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Okay, so what time for wacky races? This is where we put you 2 contestants and you've got to choose who's going to win the race. Let's have a look at our races this morning. It is Banter versus Blitz, and I think this is going to be a tight one. Banter's been quite successful, as has Blitz, and I think this is the big final. I think these are we can't have Grandma. Grandma's too quick. So it's Banter versus Blitzen, Banter versus Blitzen. A for Banter, B for Blitzen. We're going to see who's coming through. So Jasmine thinks it's Blitzen. Dion and Benaya thinks it's Banter. Maya Miko thinks it's Banter. Lillian thinks it's Blitzen. Divine's in. Good morning. Hi. Is it Blitzen or is it... Put the screen back up, George. Let's just give it... So is it Banter or Blitzen? Banter or Blitzen? A for Banter, B for Blitzen. Who we got? Maya Miko A. Dex says it's B. Oh, Dex can get in on a Sunday. Well done. Arlene's A. Thomas is A. Estes A. Samuel Adassa. Blitzen from Sam. Okay, this is the big grudge match. Pretty split between Banter and Blitzen. Let's see who wins this race. There you go, it's Banter. So if you put A, well done. So all you people have read outside, there's no good putting them in now, Maya Miko. It's all done. You're only 7 seconds behind me, so you can't pretend it's some kind of buffering and whatever. If you didn't put A first, you've lost. So anybody who put A was Banter. I think he probably has been our best racer through the whole of Wacky Races. Right, this is the important thing to decide today. Who is going to be our ultimate superhero? Joyce says that we now have tears from Lillian because Banter won. It's the way it is. It's the way it is. There's going to be an awful lot of tears on the football this afternoon when their team's lost and lose and gets relegated. Sorry, Lillian. You've learnt an important lesson today. You can't always win. There we go. Right. Yeah, Pernille said, Lillian, don't cry. It's only a game. It's only a game. Watch it on replay and you'll get it right that time. As long as you put A. Right, this is our leaderboard. Some people have been on there from day one. Orly has been there from day one. But 5th is Betty. 4th is Jethro and Janelle. Orlia is in 3rd. Jasmine is in 2nd. But Lillian has 359 points. That is a lot of points to win, but it can be beaten. Mathematically, it can be beaten, I think. So, question today. Whoever gets it closest will be playing for the ultimate superhero, and the last person to have a chance of getting on top of that leaderboard. And the question is, how much money do I have in my pocket right now? How much money do I have in my pocket right now? There's coinage in there. I had £4.63 last week. Have I spent any? Have I got some more money? You just need to start putting it into the Coventry box. I've said Coventry box then because I've just spied a message from Deck, which I'll read out in a minute. So if you think, how much money is in my pocket, put it into the chat bar, and whoever's closest to what I've got in my pocket will be playing for the ultimate superhero. Dex says, you would know all about Tia's supporting Coventry. Championship. We won the league last year. So no tears from me. No tears. No tears. Right, it's time to rest my voice. It's time for you to get out of your chairs and do a bit of dancing and singing. It's time for some worship.
when I'm broken and down to nothing. I know that you are always up to something good. I know that you are always up to something good. You'll make a way, whatever it takes. There's nothing your love won't endure. I know that you are always up to something good. Through the darkest night, you are on my side. You were always faithful. Through my fear and doubt, you will lead me out. You were always able. Through the darkest night, you are on my side. You were always faithful. Through my fear and doubt, you will lead me out. I know that you are always up to something good. I know that you are always up to something good. You'll make a way, whatever it takes. There's nothing your love won't endure. I know that you are always up to something good. You'll make a way, whatever it takes. There's nothing your love won't endure. I know that you are always up to something good.
Okay, I hope you're up on your feet. So you're very nicely putting in how much you think I've got in my pocket, and we will close that during the story, and whoever's closest we will tell you after our story. Sad times, because he's a good friend of mine.
Good morning, ma'ams and sirs. My name is Jarvis Presley.
Yes, Jarvis is back. Jarvis has been really good, and we appreciate all your songs you've done for us.
Thank you very much.
That's a pleasure. But for one final time, Jarvis is going to sing us a song, but it's backwards. Can you? In fact, you lot are better at finding the better backwards song than me, and I recorded it with him. I'm just useless at it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. But he's a great singer. So for the very last time, for a long time, I imagine, it's Jarvis Presley sings.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you welcome Jarvis Presley?
Hello there, ma'ams and sirs. My name is Jarvis Presley, and I am the singer at the Heartburn Hotel, Smithwick. And I'm here to sing you a song. It's a competition. I'm going to sing the song backwards. You've got to guess what that song is. I'm going to give you three choices. The three choices today are 1. A. Three Blind Mice. B. London Bridge is falling down. Or C. Polly, put the kettle on. Yeah, thank you very much. With a whoa, with a way. Ha 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 ha. Is it A, Three Blind Mice, B, London Bridge is falling down, or C, Polly put the kettle on? And here is what the song sounds like backwards. Oh, there we go. Here when I love you, make the honey kiss the goose, make the honey kiss the goose, make the honey kiss the goose. Christmas time, I'll let you go out, I'll let you go out, I'll let you go out. If you put the answer C, Polly, put that kettle on, you got the correct answer. Well done, ma'ams. Well done, sirs. Here's what the song sounds like for words. Polly, put the kettle on. Polly, put the kettle on. Polly, put the kettle on. We'll have some tea. Suki, take it up again. Suki, take it up again. Suki, take it up again. We've all gone away. Thank you very much. If you said C, Polly put the kettle on, well done, ma'ams and sirs. I'm off. Thank you very much. Jarvis has left the building. Okay, if you got C, Polly put the kettle on. Well done, you've won. I just sat here and said it's A, 3 blind mice. I recorded it. I am Jarvis. How can I still get it wrong? Anyway, Jarvis, thanks. We'll see you soon.
Jarvis is leaving the building.
Okay, it's time for our heroes of the Bible. Okay, it's part 2 of Nehemiah, and today's story is told to us by Lucy.
In our last story, we were learning about a man called Nehemiah. And Nehemiah was a man who loved God. But the place where he used to live and his family used to live, called Jerusalem, had trouble. All of the city walls had fallen down and the gates had been burnt, and this made him really sad. So he decided to go back to Jerusalem and rebuild all of the city walls. Now Nehemiah and lots of the people from the city were doing a fantastic job building up the walls. God must have been so happy with all of the work they were doing. But there were some people in the city who weren't happy with what they were doing, and these people were called Sanballat and Tobiah. They were like the enemies of Nehemiah, and they were not happy that he was rebuilding the wall really well. They would say things like,
"You're rubbish at building."
"That is the worst wall I've ever seen."
That must have really upset Nehemiah and all of the people that were working, but they stood firm and they trusted that God wanted them to build the wall, so they were going to carry on. But this made Sanballat and Tobiah really angry. They didn't want them to carry on, they wanted them to stop. So they decided to come up with a new plan. They decided that they were going to start fighting the people who were working. How sad is that? I bet the people who were working were feeling a little bit scared. But do you know what Nehemiah did? He prayed to God and prayed that he would protect all of the people, and he made sure that there was guards all around the city walls to stop them from knocking down the wall. Sanballat and Tobiah continued to do nasty things like attacking the people who were working, and even though the workers and probably Nehemiah were a little bit scared and worried about what was going to happen, they trusted God, and Nehemiah led them. He encouraged all of the people to carry on, and they did. And 52 days later, they finished the wall. And God was so happy with everything they had done. The Jerusalem wall was now built.
Thank you, Lucy, and we'll find out what we can learn from that story a bit later on. Right, Ultimate Superhero, the very final time to play this. Jasmine, £9, wrong. Samuel and Adassa, £6.70. Matt and Sam, around £10. Dion and Benaya, £4.50. Divine, £3.50. Mayamiko at £2.10. Esty, £8.50. Brandon, £3.25. Orlia, a tenner. Deck, £3.20. Jan, £3 exactly. And Brandon, did I say £3.25? Well, let's see how much I've got. I have £1, £2, 2.50s is £3, and a 5p and a 2p, which is £3 and 7. So Jan was the closest adult. Unfortunately, Jan, you can't play this game. But Brandon was the closest. He had £3 and 25 pence. So what we need you to do, Brandon, into the comment box, give us 4 numbers between 1 and 12, all in one chat. Don't do it in 4. 4 numbers between 1 and 12, and you'll be playing the Ultimate Superhero later on. That's Brandon. 4 numbers between 1 and 12 in one comment, and you have who are the last person to have a chance of being the Ultimate Superhero instead of Lillian. Right, it's time to go to our power phrase, Kerr power phrase. Okay, let's have a look at what the phrase actually is. It says this. It says, be strong and do not give up, for your work will be rewarded. 2 Chronicles 15, verse 7. That's do not be strong and do not give up, for your work will be rewarded. 2 Chronicles 15, verse 7. Maya Miko was in quick. He did put do and give, which are the first two, and he said the verse was 12. I did say it's between 1 and 10. But the first two to get it all completely right was Samuel and Hadassah with do, give, and 7. Well done to you. So let's read it one final time. Be strong and do not give up, for your work will be rewarded. 2 Chronicles 15, verse 7. Right, it's competition time. Right, there is no competition this week because, as I said, next week's are all recorded, and if you sent them in, we got nothing to show. So there is no competition, but we thank you for everybody who's put the competition entries in for the last 18 weeks. Some of you have done loads and loads and loads, and we really appreciate that. It's really helped the shows really move on, and we do see something different. So thank you to all you competition entries, even if you've done 100 or whether you've just done a few. Thank you very much. Last week, we asked you to send us a video of you reciting the 12 disciples. We've had 2 entries, and here they are.
Hello guys, this is the name of the disciple. So, Peter, John, Andrew, Philip, Simon, and Thomas, and Andrew, and the 12 disciples. Simon Peter, Andrew, James, John, Philip, Bartholomew, Matthew, Thomas, Simon, Thaddeus, James, Judas.
Well done. I think all 12 are there from Matt and Sam. Brilliant. Right, let's find out who's won our very final competition. Oh, I can't decide. Let's give it to both of you. Well done, or all 3 of you, well done. You are our winners today. Okay, let's find out what we've learned today.
Let's have a look at what we've learnt today. Nehemiah had enemies. Sanballat and Tobiah did everything they could to stop Nehemiah and the rest of the workers from building the wall. They made fun of them and insulted them whilst they worked. Nehemiah didn't give up. Nehemiah and the rest of the builders didn't give up even though they were being laughed at and threatened by their enemies. They knew that God had given them a job to do and they were determined to finish it. We shouldn't give up either. We should be like Nehemiah and the rest of the builders and be determined to keep going, living for Jesus and do what he wants us to do and not give up, regardless of what people say or what happens in our lives.
Okay, let's pray, shall we? Thank you, God, for Nehemiah and all the builders that built the wall around Jerusalem. Thank you that they did not give up, even when they were laughed at. Help us as we grow up to not give up living for you, but to be strong and determined to keep going. Amen.
Walk like an Egyptian.
Oh, you've caught me! Well, I've got something to tell you about an Egyptian-themed summer club that's happening on the 24th to the 28th of August. So you may have been taking part in Kidstream so far during lockdown, but we're stepping it up a notch for you, where we're going to be giving you fun every single morning from 9:30 till 10:30 for that week. So if you want to sign up to be a part of it, you can sign up online via Church Street or our website, and you can even register to get your own summer club pack before the event happens on that week. So if you need one of those, we can only deliver in a 1 mile radius, but you can collect from Excel Church if you live a bit further away. So get ready for your Egyptian themed fun for that week, and we'll see you there.
Yes, he's back next week. Clever Trevor is back for 5 weeks. So for the whole of August, my mate Clever Trevor, Professor Clever Trevor, he's back. He's going to be coming each week with 3 trivial facts for the day, and then challenging you to see whether you can be whatever your name is, Prince or Princess of Trivia. If you can't get it right, then he will still be Clever. So that's next week. Trevor's back. He's brilliant. I've seen it because it's not live. I've watched it. He's brilliant. He's back on form. 3 great trivial facts. That is next week. Okay, Ultimate Superhero. Brandon's playing. You have the last chance to be our Ultimate Superhero. You've given us 4 numbers, 4 low numbers. Are you ready? Right. He's given us 3, 2, 6, and 4. So let's have a look at number 3. Let me get my calculator going. I'm 0 on. Number 3, 25. It's a positive score, but you could have done with a higher number for any chance to beat Lillian. The second one was number 2. Oh no, half the score. So that takes it down to 13.5. This is not looking good. This is not, what, 25? 12.5 even. It's all right. They just sit and criticise. They've got nothing to do. I'm doing all the work here. They're just sitting laughing at me. Brandon, I'm sorry. They've spoiling your game. Number 6, 110. Every week he comes back. You find him every week. And the last one is 4. 103. Is that good enough to get on your leaderboard? It is. 225.5. Well done, Brandon. It's not good enough for you to win, but you are on that leaderboard, which means Lillian is our ultimate superhero. Well done, Lillian. 359 points. Brandon, you did well from a poor start. You did well in the end, but not good enough to be our ultimate superhero. But you're all ultimate superheroes anyway, but Lillian is the number 1. Okay, it is 10:29. We have a minute left or a bit, so I'm going to say, remember, there is no Kidstream on Friday. There is no Kidstream on Friday, but I'm back next Sunday at 10 o'clock. I'm going to be watching it with you in the chat. I'm going to be chatting with you and winding you up and making sure you're putting some answers into the questions and the games that we play. I will see you next week. Tatty bye.